Welcome back. You're watching Meet the Diplomat. Now, if we talk of tourism, and little ago you said that Switzerland is very popular in India. How do you think you would be able to maintain this, and how can we move ahead together to build more and more healthy relationship as far as tourism is concerned?
Switzerland is more popular than ever among Indian tourists, and this can be shown by the number of visas we are issuing. Our visa sector has to face every year quite sharp increase in visa, and of course by the number of tourists going to Switzerland. According to the latest figures compared to last year, we had about 50% increase of tourists. We estimate that the number of tourists that went to Switzerland this year, from January to September, is about 1,01,000. Switzerland is planning to increase this number in the next years to 1,30,000 tourists every year.
Switzerland is very popular among Bollywood producers and directors, actors. Like, it's very popular in Bollywood, you say. Yeah. But how popular is India in Switzerland?
Well, India is of course very popular in Switzerland. And I think maybe one thing is that the image of India is also changing somehow. For a long time, India was actually had the image of a beautiful country, interesting country, but still a very underdeveloped country. I think the image is changing, India becoming now, having the image of an emerging country, and of course being of greater interest for the Swiss economy. Although I must say that probably India should do more in infrastructure in order to facilitate tourism in India.
But both the nations have ample potential as far as tourism is concerned. But together, do you think we have been able to reach the desired level?
Depends what you mean by desired level. I think if I were a tourist agency, I would say there is no desired level. I mean, you always have ways to increase and to develop the potential, and there is no doubt that India has a huge potential that can be developed. I think the desired level in India is certainly has not been reached.
Cross-culture exchanges. To promote that, what more should be done?
As I said, I mentioned in the matter of food, and I think in the matter of travel, for instance, there are also high-level Indian tourists who would like to have a way of traveling with cars, with drivers that understand their language. This kind of development is also taking place. But on the whole, I must say, I think the infrastructure in Switzerland is, of course, already based on tourism, because tourism is one of our main industry. For more Indian tourism to know about Switzerland, and probably for Indian tourists to stay in Switzerland not just 1 or 2 days, but maybe 3 or 4 days.
Swiss bank is very popular among the black money holders in India or anywhere. It can be used by the terrorists to provide support to the elements or to the terrorists themselves. How do you keep a check?
Well, in this respect, I think contrary to what some people might still believe, I think Switzerland has become one of the countries that is most stringent, that has adopted the most strictest rules against money laundering. And you might read a lot of things about Swiss banks in detective novels and spy novels, but I think the situation has really changed.
But it's a general view that people who have black money can always put in the Swiss bank and get away, and like anybody wants to draw some information
well,
from
this might be the general view, but I don't think that this general view is really
but don't you think
compatible
that the image
with the situation.
Is hampered this way?
Well, the image has been hampered, and probably the image might still be there. And of course, it is probably very difficult to, or at least changing an image takes some time. But I mean, if you look into the situation, how it is, you will see that the situation is not quite what the image is, what the image might be. And now Swiss banks, I mean, when they get some money, they want to know the origin of the money, and they will ask you questions.
So you totally disapprove this perception that Swiss bank is anyhow involved, or is like not keeping a check on black money there?
Well, I mean, of course, there might be cases now and then, but This is, of course, unavoidable, but on the whole, I think the Swiss banking system, and I'm really talking about the Swiss banking system because in Switzerland you have a banking commission that is keeping a watch on the banks in Switzerland, and you have also an association of bankers.
So, Mr. Dreyer, we just spoke that the 5 decades old relationship has really been very cordial and will keep moving on the path of peace and harmony by 21st century. Hope to do so. Thanks a lot for talking.
Thank you very much.
That's all for today. See you next week again in Meet the Diplomat. Bye-bye.